everyone, welcome to the next little flower in circle picture from Small Victories by Johanna Basford. We're using Polychromos pencils. We've got this last one on the end of the first row to do today. I've just been pondering colours just as I pressed record, really. It's really good, isn't it? I like to be a bit spontaneous. What I've decided to do is to do the flower in yellow. Now, you know, if you know me, I'm not a big fan of colouring with yellow. I like yellow, but I find it hard. I'm going to give it a go. Now, I'm just trying to decide whether to use my cadmium and chrome yellows or whether to use the sort of Naples and ochres. I think I use the cadmium ones. Here we go. This is the dark cadmium yellow. I'm going to start with this. It's very orangey, as you can see. Makes it a little bit easier. So we're going to start right in the middle here. Not on the centre, but on the petals. And I'm going to just start layering up here. I want quite a lot of layers of this, and then I'm going to fade it. We'll use a lighter colour for the tips. There we go. I was going to make this red, and then I changed my mind. There we go. And we also want to do the same sort of thing on the back ones. They probably don't need quite as much, because if this is the actual colour, but it's sort of the darker yellow is like the shadow where the two petals are touching each other, I suppose. Don't usually see flowers this colour, do you? My eyes are going to be getting a bit blurred. This is my third video of the morning. I think I'm going to have to stop after this one. I want the cadmium yellow. That's not it. Is this it? Yeah. Cadmium yellow needs sharpening. This might be the last one on these little petals. Now the thing I'm thinking about now is what colour for the middle. I don't want to do it yellow. Now I am trying to fade this to the tip, but I want to make sure that you can actually see the yellow. I don't want to fade right into the paper and leave nothing. There's nothing wrong with doing that, and you could do that if you want. It's just not what I have planned, if you know what I mean. It's not what I want to do for this particular picture, and I do it sometimes. And I know Johanna Basford does it a lot. I hope she's going to do her flip through today. What's the date today? The 25th of July. Earlier in the week, she teased Wonderful Wildflowers and said, who wants a flip through? Come on, Johanna, we all want a flip through. What a silly question, who wants a flip through? Is anyone going to reply and go, no, I don't want one? Of course not. She's naughty, isn't she, I think. She's just trying to get us all excited. Now, I've got the Venetian red here, and I'm going to use it for these, see these circles? Now, they could be buds, but I'm going to colour them as berries because I like colouring berries. So, all the way around the edge, first of all, and do that about 3 or 4 times. Maybe I've done that 5 or 6 now. And then as you come in towards the middle, do less layers. So you've got a much deeper, more intense colour on the outside. And it makes it look more rounded in shape. Oh, my eyes are watering now. They don't like me doing this close work. While I'm doing this, I'm trying to decide what colour to do this flower centre. We've done yellow a lot, we've done brown. What other colours are flower centres, I think? You get black, don't you, sometimes, like poppies. But I don't want to do black, that's a bit dark. So, just thinking really. I might end up doing brown again, or we could do a lighter. Oh, I've just got an idea. I know what I'm going to do. Green. Green, you say? Yeah, green. Subtle green, you'll see. Should we do that next? I haven't finished those berries, but I'm going to do my green while I think about it. So this is the grass green, and I don't want much of this. This is going to just be my very outside, all the way around. Just one sort of quite hard layer. That's it. Then, oops, if I can get hold of it, the light green. Do a little bit on top and in, like that. Then we go for a yellow. We used this the other day. The cadmium yellow lemon. We used it for a background, didn't we? And we go all over with this. So it does end up being quite yellow. But sort of really yellow. Now leaves. What I was thinking. Oh no, we just finished the. Slow down. Let's finish our berries first with our Indian red. What I want to do is to really emphasize that these edges are darker. So I'm going to sharpen it. And just going to put a bit more around the edge, and if necessary just sort of scumble it in so that it blends and doesn't look like you've just done a line. I want it to look like it's part of it. That's better. Now we'll move on to the leaves, and I'm going to use the grass green that we used for the flower centre. Oops, I think it's going to make a nice sort of contrast. You know, it'll sort of draw the eye, I think. So just hold the page down because it wants to keep flipping. So I'm going to apply more layers at the bottom and less at the tip. I want enough so I can see it, because my plan is not to add another colour. I'll decide whether that's a good plan or not in a bit. Yeah, I had thought of doing this the other way, making the flower red, and then I decided that I didn't want the berries to be yellow. I'm sure there are yellow berries, but I wanted them to be red. Oh, sounds like my son's up, brushing his teeth, I think. I mean, it is 20 to 10. Still early. I can hear him singing. He's managed to, I don't know how he sings while he's brushing his teeth, but somehow he does. So I'm just trying to emphasise that base a little bit. There we go. Okay, so background colour is a bit tricky here. I'm just yeah, I'm going to try. What's that? Is that the cinnamon? Can you even see that? There you go. Cinnamon. Give it a sharpen. See. So again, not too hard. I'm thinking it probably matches with the berries quite well. What's that line? Oh, that's the stem of the berry. Oh, that's okay. We don't need to worry about that. When Chris Chang does her videos, sometimes she will colour, do a little strip of green one side of a line so that it isn't just black. You know, she'd just put a bit in. But I've done that when I've coloured along with her, but I usually just forget, or don't think it on something this small. I don't think it matters. Okay, I'm just checking if I've got it reasonably even, and then I'm going to go around the edge. I don't think there's any need for me to swap colour like I did on the others, because I've pressed quite lightly, so I think it might be enough to just go around the edge with this one. But we'll see when I've done it whether I think it needs a bit more or not. Now on the berries you can draw a little dot to make them look like they've got some shine. That's my doorbell. I'm not sure whether it's my engineers or not doing the broadband. But I'm not going to actually add any shine. In fact, I think I'm going to go, because I think this is our chappie doing the broadband, so I'm going to go and leave it like that. And I'm happy with it like that. But as I say, you can just draw a little bit of shine on if you want. But there we go for today. Thank you so much for watching and happy colouring.